We have a number of interesting stories to share with you this month. We'll show you how a sailor is using the GI Bill to study music. Then we'll learn about VA's online health record. And we'll go behind the scenes at the VA's Crisis Hotline call center. Those stories and more coming up next on The American Veteran. Welcome to The American Veteran, a public affairs program produced by the Department of Veterans Affairs. Hello, I'm Jonathan Copanger, and I'm a veteran of the U.S. Navy. Today, we're at Fort McHenry in Baltimore, Maryland, and this month commemorates the bicentennial of the War of 1812. Here at Fort McHenry, Francis Scott Key penned the Star-Spangled Banner, inspired by the American flag, flying defiantly over the fort after an intense British naval bombardment. His words and the flag they memorably portray are powerful symbols of American identity. We begin our show with a look at another musician. This one, an active duty sailor using his GI Bill benefits to reach for his dreams.
Chris Buchanan is pursuing a doctoral degree in musical arts at the prestigious Peabody Institute, part of Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore.
Working on my studies here at Peabody, I've been studying civic and military bands in Renaissance Italy and Germany. And as somebody that is hoping to go into the academic field, hoping to teach someday, this is a very valuable degree.
He's been playing trumpet for more than 2 decades, earning a master's degree from the University of Illinois, and in 2007, edging out nearly 50 competitors to join one of the nation's signature bands. As an active-duty sailor in the Navy, musician first class Chris Buchanan plays trumpet in the U.S. Naval Academy Band. In a sense, he's carrying forward a family tradition.
My grandfather was a trumpet player. He was actually in the U.S. Army Air Corps in World War II, and he was able to pursue further academic interest because of his service in World War II and the original GI Bill.
Today, Chris is using his GI Bill benefit to attend Peabody.
It's certainly not a traditional way to use benefits, but of course, within my field, it's not unheard of at all.
We've had traditionally very few veterans. We've had usually about 2 a year. This year is our biggest year yet. We have 4, and we have new ones coming in. So it seems like it's picking up a little bit. Some of them are children of veterans who are now coming using those benefits.
Using the benefit in a non-traditional way is something that may not always occur to those who are eligible.
They say, so wait a minute, you're having a good portion of your education taken care of from your VA benefits, and they're at first, they say, oh, wow, how's that work? And then when I tell them a little bit more about it, they say, oh, well, that's kind of nice.
More than that, it can be life-altering.
There's absolutely no way I would have been able to pursue this degree at all. I mean, my wife just graduated with debt from veterinary school, and I don't think there's any way we'd be able to take on twice that.
The lesson is that no matter what field you may be interested in, if you're creative, you can probably find a way to jumpstart your career by accessing the GI Bill benefits you've earned.
It's a fantastic opportunity because by virtue of your service that you're able to take advantage of these benefits that you've earned. And it doesn't have to be necessarily in some field that you're not interested in. It could be your passion. I think it's a wonderful thing that the VA continues to support its veterans in pursuing their interests and also to pursue a career.
Chris Buchanan is by no means the first musician to launch a career with the help of their GI Bill. Here are a few others you may have heard of. Air Force veteran Johnny Cash, Navy veteran Tito Puente, Army veteran Dave Brubeck, and Navy veteran Harry Belafonte.
Yes, I understand the fact that being made out of delicious chocolate makes me high risk for insurance companies, but I still believe I deserve coverage. And furthermore, I have been here for 15 minutes, which means, well, you know.
Geico only insures humans. Insuring a delicious piece of chocolate, I'd lose my job for that. And then what would I do?
What? Guess what day it is?
Save it, hump boy.
What if getting ready was this easy? Now teeth whitening is with the Colgate Optic White Toothbrush plus whitening pen. Just brush, whiten, and go. Its stay-on formula deeply whitens for whiter teeth in 2 days. Optic White Toothbrush plus whitening pen. Brush, whiten, go.
As part of VA's transformation to becoming a 21st century healthcare provider, VA has developed the My Healthy Vet website. My Healthy Vet is VA's personal health record. It was designed for veterans, active duty service members, their dependents, and caregivers. My Healthy Vet helps you partner with your healthcare provider. Watch this segment to learn more.
My Healthy Vet and telehealth make it easier for veterans to manage their health care.
That program is amazing. I mean, at 2 in the morning, if I'm on the computer, oh, I need to order meds, I can do it right then and there.
It take away the stress trying to get up in the morning and get there on time.
The care is more efficient because they have a direct way to get hold of us. I'm a nurse practitioner and primary care provider with Women's Health. 40% of my patients off my panel are using My Healthy Vet, and they're very happy. They have more control over their healthcare needs. It was a new way to get hold of the women veterans 24-hour interval in any time. How long have you had this problem? With our secure messaging, I can send test results to veterans. I can answer their question. I can renew medications. Any type of questions that patients may have, I'm able to quickly answer.
Well, now with the new system, I can order all my medication online. I can make appointments online. I can look online and see when my next appointment is. I can get a message to my doctor and she's back with me within 24 hours. She'll either secure message me back or call me. It's almost like you have a one-on-one relationship with your primary care rather than just seeing someone twice a year.
VA also provides telehealth equipment for qualified veterans.
The telehealth equipment, every night around about 9:30, I go in, I weigh in, I take my vitals, and all this information goes directly to the VA.
Are you feeling lightheaded or dizzy today?
And I do all this from my house.
The outreach programs are great with the mobile units that go around, especially for the veterans who can't get around as easy as we once could.
Well, what we're going to do now is have Angela connect you up so I can listen to your heart and lungs. Telemedicine's an interactive device where they're seen on a camera, they talk to me, I talk to them. Have an RN there who does part of the hands-on assessment and puts the equipment on so I can hear their heart and lung sounds and feels for things that I ask her to. We also go out on the mobile medical and do hands-on exams, especially for their physical ends of it, their pap smears, prostate checks, all the healthy. It almost looks like a thyroid issue there in the neck. Can you feel any increase in the neck size over the last year since the last time they ultrasounded it?
I did that ultrasound. The last time they did that was November of last year at the Mount Vernon VA.
In addition to the traditional doctor-patient relationship, virtual medicine provides a convenient option for veterans to manage their health care.
To learn more or register for My Healthy Vet, please visit the website on your screen. My Healthy Vet is a powerful internet tool that helps veterans better understand and manage their health care. And now a new feature helps you connect with your healthcare team 24/7. It's called Secure Messaging.
Secure messaging is an electronic communication method, much like email, but it's better because it's secure and it's encrypted. It's a way for the veteran to be able to have two-way communication with their healthcare team.
Hi. Did you come in for secure messaging? Did you get a call?
Yes. Anytime you wanted to send your provider a message, it can be 2 o'clock in the morning. The only thing is, they have 72 hours to get back to you.
Beats having to come all the way up here sometime then, just to get a question answered.
Oh, absolutely.
That's really helpful.
Yeah.
Trying to call a doctor's office and getting to the right person, that can be very time consuming for the veteran. Their time is very precious. So secure messaging has helped that. It's awesome. I love it. The benefit for staff is I know exactly what they're talking about. Usually in emails, it's straight to the point.
It's all about getting the veterans the health care they need when they need it and helping them to get and stay healthy.
It can help you with your health care and help you heal and help you to progress and track your progress. Every day I carry my laptop with me because currently my status is that I'm homeless. My name is Akhenaten Bonaparte, and I am an Army veteran, United States Army veteran.
This is the splash page for My Healthy Vest. When you log in, this is the page you get.
Secure messaging is phenomenal, and at the push of a button, I can, be in touch with a wonderful, diverse, expansive healthcare team.
Here's your inbox.
Here's my inbox. And they're using every means and methodology that is permitted by law to help me to heal. I have hope today that all is going to be well.
To learn more or register for My Healthy Vet, please visit the website on your screen. When we come back, we put a face behind the phone line at the Veterans Crisis Center.
Sound, please don't make me. This sound, don't break, don't make me. This sound, please don't make me. This sound, don't break, don't make me. This sound, please don't make me. Switch on TV, flashback, Taylor's talking. When you gonna see me, this is.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Find fun activities to do, like boating and biking, or camping and hiking, plus much more. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Since its launch in 2007, the Veterans Crisis Line has answered more than 650,000 calls and made more than 23,000 life-saving rescues. In 2009, VA added the anonymous online chat that has since helped more than 65,000 people.
In New York State's picturesque Finger Lakes stands a stoic warrior, the Canandaigua VA Medical Center. This proud facility has been fighting hard for veterans for more than 75 years. But it's their latest battle that may be one of the most difficult.
I believe we're the last line of defense for vets. We have the ability to talk to vets, I believe, like no other organization. They can connect with us anytime, day of the night. Everybody understands their situations for the most part. They understand what they've gone through, where they've been, and also they understand how we can get them help really fast.
Thank you for calling the Veterans Crisis Line. This is Kaylee. How can I help you?
Introduced in 2007, the Veterans Crisis Line began with just 14 employees and 4 phone lines. In 5 years, it has grown to more than 200 responders who not only answer phones, but also connect to vets using the latest technology.
Jim, yep, I'm here. Okay. We have a 24-hour call center who deals with emotional distress, suicidal thoughts, any type of imminent danger. We also have a homeless call center dealing with veterans who are in need of housing or housing assistance.
We also have an online chat program, so it's very similar to an instant messaging program. I think a lot of our younger veterans are really familiar with and more comfortable with than actually picking up that phone. We have a text service as well, so they can text us using their cell phones. And both of those services are 24/7, 365.
Each day, responders receive well beyond 1,200 calls, instant messages, and text messages from vets and active duty personnel.
We've been doing this for 5 years, and in 5 years, I believe that we have saved 30,000 lives of veterans that were actively suicidal.
This success is grounded in respect and understanding of veterans and their experiences.
We have certain types of personalities that volunteer to serve their country. Those people tend to be very strong. And when they perceive a weakness in themselves, we oftentimes try to cover it up.
As difficult as deployment and the military and combat experiences are, coping with some of the after effects of those experiences are just as difficult and require just as much resilience and fortitude and strength as the initial events did.
Rich Barham, the assistant program manager, was one of the original responders. With tours in Vietnam, Grenada, Iraq, and Afghanistan, Rich speaks from experience.
Everything overseas is high speed. Complacency kills. I came home and I sat in my backyard for 30 days and I didn't talk to anybody. And my wife finally came out and said to me, "You need to talk to someone." This was before I came to the crisis line. So I took the advice of my wife and went and started to talk with people. And from that experience, I was able to take my experience not only in combat, but my own personal experience of what I saw and be able to help veterans when they call. There is no greater honor or duty than we have here than helping veterans.
But helping veterans in crisis can be a challenge.
I know that there's stigma out there. I know that the military says that we're supposed to drive on. I believe that's changing. I believe it's changing because the families are more and more educated and they're talking with veterans, and the veterans are starting to listen. I believe that the VA, in conjunction with the Department of Defense, is finally starting to let veterans know and active duty members know that this is not a career ender.
This unique insight and understanding of veterans has created a strong culture of commitment and camaraderie among responders.
What I like to say is that you were part of a unit where you served. You did not go through whatever you went through by yourself. There was always somebody in that unit to support you. We are your new support system. We are here for you. Let us help you. You do not have to go through this by yourself.
Even though I don't know you, even though we may have never met before, that's irrelevant. That we can still, be available, to be supportive, to watch each other's six, to watch each other's back, to see what we can do to be helpful and to get you to the right people.
We care, we want to help, we're here to help, and we're going to do everything we can to help. Don't wait too long. Call as soon as you think you might need help.
The staff that work here are phenomenal. They come from all walks of life. They come from all areas of the country. They come from different kinds of disciplines in the mental health field. With one thought in mind, when you're on the line with them, you're the most important person in the world. And they have the ability to reach out to veterans and let them know they care and they're heard. There's no greater sentence that we can say to veterans was thank you for your service and welcome home.
Veterans and their loved ones can call 1-800-273-8255 and press 1, chat online, or send a text message to 838-255 to receive confidential support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more than a century, a single textbook has been considered to be the definitive reference on laboratory medicine. One of the co-editors of this newest edition is VA pathologist Dr. Matthew Pincus.
Building on a long history of contributions to medical research, Manhattan's VA Medical Center can now claim pride of authorship for a new edition of a book known in medical circles as the Bible of Pathology.
The book is over 100 years old. Now, the usual time span between editions was around 6 years, 5 or 6 years. It's been reduced now to about 4 to 5 years. It's a whole year. That makes a big difference. And the reason that that's happened is because the plethora of new discoveries is so great that you have to.
Dr. Matthew Pincus is co-editor of Henry's Clinical Diagnosis and Management by Laboratory Methods. First published in 1908, the 22nd and latest edition is known as The New Henry.
I grew up with this book as a resident. I did anatomic and clinical pathology, and it's just a fantastic book. It is a fantastic compendium of all of clinical laboratory management.
The focus of this book is really of necessity on molecular diagnostic techniques, because molecular biology is now pretty much taking over not just our field, but virtually every field in medicine.
That's because advances in mapping the human genome have now given physicians a far more powerful set of tools for diagnosing and treating cellular diseases such as cancer.
Now we have, it's the last chapter in the book, chapter 77, Post-Genomics in the Modern Age, which is how the sequencing of the human genome not only can be used to give you sequences of the entire human genome for any individual, such that you can do very rapid DNA analyses on patients to look for this or that particular gene that might be associated with a specific disease.
That's good news for medical researchers and clinicians, but it is even more important to the quality of care that VA is able to offer its patients.
And these are veterans, and we've got to treat them, and we got to know what they have, and that this book summarizes all of that. So it's going to have a major impact on the treatment of patients. We hope that it will greatly improve the quality of care. That's the real reason this book is out.
The book is updated on average every 4 to 5 years, so you can expect to see an updated edition of The New Henry well before the end of this decade. When we return, veterans take part in a 9/11 memorial ride that honors first responders.
This is the movie you've all been waiting for.
This is your mission. No, this is an envelope.
That's actually
We're all gonna die!
not a movie,
I don't know anything.
Do you think I'm an idiot?
but really just a commercial reminding people to eat M&Ms.
Wait, what? This is just a commercial?
Can someone shut off the...
So how'd you end it?
I told her you simply have better taste and that it was over. I think she took it pretty well.
Why? No more Look at me! Hi!
Hot dogs?
Of course.
For years, Heinz ketchup has been with the wrong mustard. Well, not anymore.
Introducing Heinz new better tasting yellow mustard.
Pillage and plunder, to sail the high seas. The life of a scoundrel, 'tis the pirate's creed. There be gold and silver, the sword and the knife, to live for adventure. 'Tis a pirate's life. Pirates Dinner Adventure, Orlando, Florida. Call 1-800-866-2469 or visit piratesdinneradventure.com.
America's 9/11 Foundation is a 501c3 dedicated to supporting all active duty first responders worldwide. They sponsor an annual motorcycle ride that visits all 3 memorials, from Shanksville, Pennsylvania, to the World Trade Center, to the Pentagon, raising funds for scholarships for the children of active duty first responders. Many veterans continue their service as firemen, police, search and rescue, and some just come along for the ride to support this effort.
This weekend is the annual America's 9/11 Ride, and it's sponsored by America's 911 Foundation. Our foundation supports first responders, those that answer the 911 call. Fire, police, EMS, paid or volunteer. We have about 550 motorcycles today, 100 or 102 police officers from across the country. This is a patriotic thing that we're doing.
The ride goes to all 3 crash sites, Shanksville, Pentagon, up to the World Trade Centers. It's a memorial ride for the heroes, the volunteers, and the victims who lost their lives on September 11th, 2001, and since. We need to just remember and appreciate, how important they are to us as people, and globally how this impacted the country and the world. Veterans also share a role. We have soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines all over the world doing the same thing to protect the freedom, so that we have the luxury to do what we do and say what we say, and here's something that we can do so that we never, ever, ever forget. We all face perils. Some here, some foreign countries, and when you do that and there is loss of life, you need to remember why they were doing that, how it happened, and just to never take things for granted.
To date, they have given away $180,000 in scholarships and over $500,000 to first responders and their dependents. To learn more, visit www.americas911ride.org. That concludes this edition of The American Veteran. The Department of Veterans Affairs is honored to bring you this program. To our men and women in uniform and to America's veterans, thank you for your service. We'll see you next time.